guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria. Thank you so much for clicking in today's video. Today I wanted to go through some of my top favorite plants for the month of August. So you guys seem to enjoy my July favorites, so I figured I'd do another month. And yeah, there's 5 new plants I want to talk about, but before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's get started. So first off, I will go through my absolute favorite Hoya right now, and it's probably this one. So this is the Hoya CALLISTOPHYLLA. So it's the short leaf version because the leaves are tiny compared to the CALLISTOPHYLLA long leaf, but the veining is just so stunning. Just look at it. It's so vibrant and such a good contrast between the leaf and the veins. So I'm really liking this. I can't wait for it to actually grow for me. It's really well rooted, so I'm just waiting for a growth point to kind of shoot out, but nothing has changed since I last bought it. And I bought this recently, I would say probably within the past month. And yeah, I just have to be patient. So hopefully something happens and it grows at some point. But yeah, moving on to the next one is another Hoya, and it's a small leaf Hoya, which I don't generally super love. But for some reason, I think it's probably the variegation on this one. But it's the Hoya Bella Reverse Variegata. So the variegation is in the middle, and it's kind of like a light creamy greenish yellow versus the outside border, which is a pretty dark green. So there's 3 kind of stems shooting off of the middle, and yeah, it's a pretty prolific grower, I would say. And the leaves are very thin, so it's so unlike me to like a small and thin leaf Hoya. I usually like pretty large leaves or like more succulent waxy leaves. But yeah, this one definitely needs a little bit more water than my other Hoyas do, so I do have to keep on top of making sure that the soil is more on the moist side and not let it completely dry out, because just the leaves are a little bit more fragile. But yeah, the variegation is just so beautiful, and I kind of really enjoy the growth pattern, how it kind of slowly starts trailing, and the internodal spacing isn't too like wide like some other Hoyas. But yeah, I really like that one. It's definitely a good purchase. It's really hot on the market right now, but I personally don't like the regular variegated Hoya Bella. The green one is not bad. I actually might get that in the future, but for sure I like the reverse variegated. Next up, I will talk about philodendron. So this one is my philodendron white princess, and as you guys saw in my growth update video, this one has shot out a beautiful new leaf that's humongous compared to the other leaves. So this one is just a little kind of seedling baby plant, and I can't wait for all the leaves to get bigger like this one. And this one actually has quite a big chunk of variegation, so the white is so beautiful. It's not browning, it's not crisping, it's just staying perfectly white. Even this leaf is quite nice. And yeah, it's already growing out another leaf. So this one is pretty fast grower and just very low maintenance, very easy. It doesn't ask for much. Because I do have it in a terracotta pot, it tends to dry out pretty quickly, so I usually water it about once a week. And yeah, I really like that plant. I think I like it more than my pink princess just because the variegation is a lot more stable, I would say. So it's more variegated than my pink princess, which sometimes it comes out with fully green leaves and then other times it comes out with like pink leaves. This one kind of always has some white, so it's probably because it's, I don't know, in good growing conditions, or it's just loving my greenhouse. But yeah, that plant, definitely one of my favorites in the month of August. Next up, I will talk about another philodendron, which is my philodendron melanochrysum. So this is the top cutting that I took. If you guys remember, this is the biggest leaf. I bought the plant as a 3-leaf plant, and I chopped off the top leaf so I can propagate it. Since then, it's grown some really good looking roots. I don't know if you guys can see at the bottom there's kind of a root circling around. And yeah, look at this growth point that shot out. It was definitely not there before. And yeah, you can see this was where it was cut before from, I guess, the cellar. And since then, it's shot out this when I propagated it. And the leaf is still looking absolutely perfect. It's a very dark green velvety color and texture, and just it did not, you know, decline or anything when I tried to propagate like some of my other propagations. Won't talk about my gloriosum, but yeah, this one is definitely one of my favorites, the melanochrysum. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you the difference between the original plant with the cutting. So they both have growth points right now. This one, I do have it on a moss pole, so that's its leaf. This one is the other leaf. They do look very similar. I would say this one is slightly bigger, but yeah, this one also has a little growth tip that's shooting out. I mean, obviously this one is not as far along for some reason. This one has grown a lot faster. But yeah, I can't wait for it to climb up this moss pole and do its thing. And I'll also have a second plant, so I might combine them and kind of have a fuller base so that it can both climb up the pole. So that's the fourth plant. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about a peperomia. Guess you guys didn't see that one coming because I don't generally like peperomias. I used to have a peperomia frost in my collection, and I was actually going to get another peperomia, the prostrata, so the string of turtles, because they look so cute, but I don't think I'm going to, just because I don't know. I want to avoid peperomias. I find that I like them for a period of time and then I just fall out of love with them, but this one I still really like. So this is the Peperomia Hope, which is in my terracotta 4-inch pot. So I originally bought this and it was not even trailing over the pot, and since then it's grown quite a bit. I've propagated it a few times as well, so that's why there's so many like different shoots. So after I propagate them in water and the roots start to grow, I just stick it back into the soil so that it just makes a more fuller looking pot. I don't like when my Peperomia Hope looks really leggy and the trails kind of go all over the place, so I do want the top of the pot to be quite full, and that's why I've done what I did. And yeah, this one is definitely really similar to a Hoya in my opinion. The leaves are really succulent, the growth pattern reminds me of Hoyas, and just, I don't know, it's also very low maintenance, very easy. It doesn't ask for much. It grows in low light and it's totally fine. So I actually do have this off on the side near my grow light, so it doesn't really get any direct grow light shining on it. And yeah, it's never complained and it just grows all the time. So pretty happy with this one. So that pretty much concludes today's video of my top favorite plants for the month of August. Comment down below which plant is your favorite that you're really enjoying right now. I know us plant people tend to change our favorites literally every single day, but I figured I would group them together into at least monthly favorites, because otherwise other plants don't get love, right? You have to kind of rotate your plants, and I do really enjoy the ones that I talked about today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.